Okay, I'm going to do a little update on AMD because we had some people talking about it in the Discord today. They were getting pretty excited about it, and this is why closing prices are much more important to me than intraday prices. So, and we kind of did this in the Tesla video earlier, but until we kind of, I'm going to show you kind of what people are seeing here from the top down. Okay, so I think some people were kind of getting excited. They're drawing a trend line maybe on this little dip in here, and it obviously cracked over it, but we didn't close over it yet. And then when you pull back to a 1 month chart, you can see that very clearly. We're just in a range. Again, that range, when you pull in even tighter, is really, this 150 area up to the 171 area. So that little tick that we had up here today, if you're only looking at a week, looks like a breakout, and this is why I don't do intraday breakouts, because it's noise to me. So you have to get a closing price, even if you're looking at these charts on. So for example, on this chart, on the daily chart, I think what people are looking at is they're looking at, if I draw a trend line and it breaks above it. Yeah, it broke above it, but it didn't close above it. And so even for me, if you're trading on a daily chart, you need to look at a closing price. 1 or 2 is even better, where you can close above that before you're going to jump on board. So patience is so key to trading and knowing when to get involved. And when you start looking at all these different time frames, you can see very clearly nothing is happening in AMD. It's not an exciting name for me until it starts breaking out over maybe 170. And then obviously over 170, it could go test that recent high of 185, which was a double top, by the way, from July of last summer to now. So we sold off from that 184 all the way down this area down in here, which was probably about $100, and then we came all the way back to 184. So we've had a huge rally. I don't want to be chasing AMD, Nvidia. All these chip companies, again, have had a great run over the last 5 months since the April low. This is just not the time for me personally to get involved. Now, if you're trading a intraday chart, again, there wasn't much there. We ticked over the week high, but you see we didn't hold it. So, and if you pulled back even further 2 weeks, we're actually a little higher. And if you pull back a month, it's even higher, 170. So we're not going anywhere. Don't get too excited about these little micro moves. Which time frame are you trading? If you're trading a daily, I suppose you can buy it in here, but you have to be willing to hold it and take heat down to about 145. And with it trading at 160, this is not a risk I want to take at this point. Where the market is, where the context and the nuances in this market today. So keep this in mind when you're looking at positions and trades and where to go. You need to look at multiple time frames. Even if you only trade a 5-minute chart, you need to know what the longer term charts, because the longer term charts always trump the shorter term charts. The daily trumps intraday pricing, so that's why closing prices matter to me, and weekly closing prices trump all daily closing prices. 2-week closing trumps anything in between, a month, etc., etc. So closing prices matter, intraday not so much to this trader.